So last time I explained about starting of the auxiliary engine through start air motor. What we are giving signal to the solenoid valve and it is giving control air and finally start air to the auxiliary engine, where we are using pneumatic motor. Inside that one turbine is there, air turbine we call it, air turbine is there, and it is finally engaging the pinion to the flywheel and giving movement to the engine. So here we will understand distributor system. This is the air distributor. Okay, this is the air distributor. I will explain you what is all inside there. So let's start with from very basic. Here we have two section. One is for emergency stopping or safety of the auxiliary engine. Another is actually starting line. Okay, so how we are controlling, how we are giving the signal and how it is working. Let's start. Here we have two air. One is control air, another is start air. Okay, so what will happen as soon as start air is already open, both the valve or both the pressure is okay. So as soon as you given the signal for starting the auxiliary engine, what will happen? This is the pneumatic control valve is solenoid control valve is there. So this solenoid will get activated, and as soon as this will get activated, getting the signal for starting, it will push it down this pneumatic spool. So what will happen? You can see this arrow, this will come to this position. So this control air line now connected. So now control air start flowing from here to here. Now this is the turning gear interlock, what we call it, turning gear interlock. So here turning gear is already disengaged, so control air already now starting flowing to this line. Okay, but if in case it is engaged, what will happen? This will be down and this will block the line. Okay, so what will happen? This will start traveling and coming to this pneumatic control valve. Here we have solenoid control valve, this is pneumatic control valve. So this control air is now working as a signal for this pneumatic valve. So what will happen? This air came and pushed this spool against the spring. So you see this arrow, as soon as it will push it, this will take this position. So what will happen? This start air start flowing to these two lines. One is going to the distributor, another is going to the start air manifold, and then finally standby on the start air valve. So it's already there, now start flowing. As soon as I given the air, what is inside, let's understand. Inside distributor we have one negative cam. On the center you can see we have one negative cam, and these are the, in blue color you can see this is the pilot valve. These are compressed against the spring on the negative cam. So this cam you see already inside this control valve, pilot valves having roller also. Okay, and now these are resting on the base profile of the cam, and this pilot valve is already on the negative profile. So this will connect this air line to this one. So air start travel and go and connect and push this start air valve. What will do? Push the start air valve, and finally the start air valve open and the 30 bar air start pushing the piston of the auxiliary engine of this unit. As soon as piston start going down due to air pressure, crankshaft will get movement, and finally through gear this cam also start getting rotation. As soon as this starts shifting, let's say this is moving in this direction, so what will happen? This will coming to this one, so now this will start pushing up and this another pilot valve start getting down. So what will happen? This will start giving signal to this start air valve. So this is depend on the number of the unit. Okay, firing order of the unit. Okay, this depend on that. So for here I just explaining you as per diagram, but this not necessary. this will be connected here, because as these lines are connected as per the firing order. Okay, understood? So one word is there, overlapping. So you have to find out what is the overlapping. Later I will explain you what is overlapping. So as soon as this start pushing down, this start moving the cam, another pilot ball will be active and start giving to the another cylinder. So and finally we start getting movement. Another question, there is minimum RPM required to start the engine. What is that RPM? You have to find out. Okay, so this is how it is giving the movement to the crankshaft through the piston, okay, by using the compressed air. Now again same thing, last video I explained, this is also the same thing. Any safeties to stop the engine, to protect the engine due to the any unwanted condition. Unwanted condition here we will take like lube oil low pressure is there, okay, due to leakage in the line or anything, blockage in the suction line, anything will be there, so pressure will be down. Okay, so what will happen, this is again stop, what is emergency stop valve. This is controlled by solenoid valve, electronic signal, and here it can be push button also, mostly push button also there. So what will happen, as soon as it will get signal that lube oil pressure is there, this solenoid valve will get activated, and what will do, it will push this spool and this arrow will connect it. The control air is already standby, this will push this control valve and this arrow will connect it, and all air going to the this pneumatic cylinder. So last time I shown each fuel pump having pneumatic cylinder and pushing the fuel rack to zero. In this diagram, this is two stop cylinders are there, driving and non-driving hand, and they are pushing directly fuel rack to zero. Their fuel rack is pushed by every fuel pump, but here we have one and two stop cylinder, and they are getting signal and stopping and making fuel rack to zero, and finally the engine will be stopped. So this is one line diagram is there. Another thing is flame arrestor. The flame arrestor I told you, this is start air valve directly installed on the cylinder head, and it is directly connected to the combustion chamber. Because of any reason this start air valve not fully closed or leaking, so what will happen, the air is here, okay, unburnt fuel is there, when it is start leaking, this unburnt fuel start or not fully combust gas will flowing to the starter line. So what will happen, slowly all get accumulated here, okay. Now combustible material is there, air is there, one fine day combination came, engine is running, heat is already there, fuel is already there, it will explode. What will, it will explode. So protect the further to travel this flame, so we use this flame arrestor. Main engine you will get on all the unit. If you go down, now you can check, if you go down you can find on all the unit this flame arrestor will be there for each line. But here this is auxiliary engine, you may be find or may not be find, this is not necessary you will find everywhere, okay. So it's depend on the size of the engine also, okay. So this is the flame arrestor. This is safety valve, again because of any reason high pressure is there, safety valve lift up and release the pressure and there is no air. But this safety valve again depend on the size of the engine, you may be find on each engine or may not be find, it depend on the maker, size of the engine, okay. So this is how one system is working. Last I already told that this start air motor, this is distributor system. Next video I will be making, next time I will be explaining you the system which is actually we have on board, how it is getting signal there. We don't have what, we don't have this start distributor system. We have cam, start air cam for each of the unit. So I will make the another diagram and then I will explain you. Understand? Okay, okay. Stop the video.